have been working for the Foreign Service of Japan almost 4 decades. And I started my career in Damascus, Syria. So since then, I have been working in this area and for this area almost all of my career. So I'm very much honored and privileged to be an ambassador here in Saudi Arabia. Our very cordial relation have a long history. The first Japanese Hajj visited Jeddah and Mecca and Medina was the beginning of the 20th century. Since that time, our relations have developed almost for the last 120 years. Our diplomatic relations started at the beginning of 50s. And of course, our economic relation is so deep, and investment from Japan, so various fields. Very little we, the Japanese people, know about Saudi Arabia, and vice versa. Not so many Saudi young people know Japan. Of course, they know manga or anime, but this is a bit, very, limited aspect of Japanese society. So my vision in the coming years, we are now built on our cordial, very good relations, very long history relations. But we have to build up something very, new. We'd like to see many Japanese tourists here, and vice versa. We'd like to see many, young Saudi ladies and gentlemen. The history of G20, almost 20 years, which started, of course, talking about economy, global development. And since the crisis of world economic crisis in 2007 and 2008, the G20 meeting upgraded to the summit. The leaders of G20 get together and discuss about the development of economy as well as environment in these days. So this is the concept of G20. This year, the year 2020, we are now facing very unexpected and unprecedented challenge of COVID-19. So this is the quite new and quite striking element which we see now. I think and I believe the leadership of Saudi Arabia this year as a chairperson, chair country of G20, you have been doing remarkable, you have been showing remarkable leadership in this crisis. His Majesty the Custodian convened the extraordinary summit meeting in March to combat COVID-19 crisis. It was very early stage of engagement. Since that time, to follow up the summit meeting of this extraordinary series of ministerial meetings were held under the coverage of the G20. And we, the G20 countries, have been quite successful engaging and mobilizing our resources to combat COVID-19 crisis. I understand about $21 billion for the sake of combating the COVID-19 crisis, as well as more than $11 trillion to stimulus world economy. So all of those achievements have been made under the Saudi leadership of G20, because, as I told you, G20 should deal with the world economy, global development, environment, and so on and so forth. But this year, quite new and challenging aspect. I think Saudi leadership is remarkable. I do believe the Saudi challenge under the name of the Vision 2030 is remarkable. And I think the mobilization of young people and in particular the young ladies, and also make the economy more efficient. People's participation to the society, to the economic activities, are all equal to what we face in the world. And the G20 members are more or less facing the same challenge. I think Saudi Vision 2030 are remarkable undertakings, and we are very happy. Japan and all other G20 members are very happy work closely with your country to achieve Saudi Vision 2030. And particular Japanese government is very much prepared and have been working already together with your authority under the name of Japan Saudi Vision 2030 in various fields and various projects. So I'm very happy to share with this. I was here about 25 years ago. This is my second time to serve in Saudi Arabia. It is a great honor for me. What a big change for the last 20 years. There are two keywords for a society. One is the passion of young people in particular, or in particular young ladies. Second one is the embracement, or I would say moderateness of Saudi Arabia. I'm very much impressed for the development for the last 20 years of Saudi Arabia, socially, economically, and the people's ways of thinking of people. This is what I'd like to emphasize. And I'd like to visit many cities to see people and to talk to people and talk the future, about future. I visited many times Al-Ula area, the northwest part of Saudi Arabia. It's astonishing, experience for me. For instance, I visited Jazan area, very far southwest part of Saudi Arabia, for instance. I visited Jeddah many times. I visited Dammam, Eastern Province many times. Every part of Saudi Arabia has its own speciality and own people, and but the same keywords: passion and embracement. My belief here is, in Arabic we say, "Nata'allam minkum, tata'allamuna minna." So this is a two-way traffic. This is what I'd like to talk to my people. You have lots of remarkable elements of history, ways of life here in Saudi Arabia, and we should learn from you. Creation of Japanese culture, Japanese history, Japanese society, in my view, is very similar to yours. So this is what I'd like to talk to, and I'm going to tell my people to come to Saudi Arabia, visit, and I'm going to tell your people, come to Japan to see and to learn about our history. So it's a both way traffic. Please learn each other. We see very similarity among two cultures and society, even though very little people know that.